Yeah, it goes everybody, because we'll continue on with a game called Cupid. Where were we? Here. Please take it. You're wrong if you think I am letting you stay in the manor simply for Catherine's sake. I do it of my own accord. Let me do this for you, Rosa. We have been friends for quite a while. If you need to leave, at least stay until you feel ready to go. Alright. But I will continue working in your household for my lodging. You don't have to do that. I can raise your status to a lady. You can read and write now, and very well. I'm sure you will be more comfortable in higher position, so you can do that easily. Damn. I have no need for a higher position. Just free access to your library. You have come a long way from the shy girl back then, Rosa. Watching you grow has been a pleasure. Yeah, the library is yours. They were quiet for a while, only conversing through their looks, smiles, and tiny sighs. Rosa realized that she had been holding on to Guillaume's hand all the time. What? She broke off from his hold, rather embarrassed. We should head back. You're right, it's getting quite late. Gina walked over to the carnage to get it ready. Oh, carriage. I thought it said carnage. To get it ready. Excellent, child. Being a maid in this household will give you free access to the rooms. He trusts you completely. It seems that the candle worked. Guess so. Rosa looked at the silver necklace in her hand. Save here. Open it. Open that locket. It is his possession. I want to use whatever means is necessary to bring him down. Rosa fiddled with it, trying to open the lock. She fussed with the pendant for a while, but like G said, it was stuck. I'll try again later, Mother. I'm rather curious about it myself. The spell will start its effects in stages, gradually uncovering his true face. Fondness first, then trust. Familiarity. Rosa sighed. What, was the spell necessary at all? Didn't she already have that with G? Rosa bit her lip, remembering the warmth of his hand. They had known each other for a long time. It was rather comforting to have someone to mourn with. However, Rosa did find it strange that Gina rarely even mentioned Catherine anymore. It was as if he was shedding her off like skin. Again, the taste of blood in her throat resurfaced. The memory of the needles made her stomach lurch. Since her friend had died, the Marquis had begun spending all his hours locked in his office. He barely showed himself socially, rarely even attended meals. Wonder why. But they were casting a powerful spell, something that might harm Gina. What if he was, after all, innocent? She had years of good memories with him. What was she even expecting to find out? Exactly. How could she live with the guilt of two dead friends? Rosa sighed. She cared for him. Despite all the suspicions, she knew that much. But Mother was adamant. 3 candles for 3 loves. A fitting curse for a man who frolics in love's domain. Storage, the family of familiars. Oh, wait, what? Storage, the love for familiars. Philia, the love for friends. And Eros, the love for lust. Open his heart with Storage, unmask him with Philia, strike him down with Eros. Yet Rosa kept a 4th candle. One she named Agape, AGP, I don't care. Unconditional love. She didn't know whether she would ever use it. Mother, of course, would object. But just in case Eros successfully struck Gina, she wished to light Gina. Oh, God damn it. More words I can't fucking pronounce. I goddamn hate this game so much. Elise gave him peace before. Rosa walked towards G, a pang of anxiousness biting at her. Rise, my daughter. No, I'm a human, my daughter. The work lays ahead. To bring him down, we must find his weakness, then we attack. Are you fucking kidding me? We've been setting up for quite a long time while G guy's waiting for us in the carriage. His due punishment will be swift, my dear daughter. Do it for mother. Okay. Are we done? Chapter 4. The second candle is lit. Its name is Philia, the love for friends. The yellow candle is shown and danced with her breath. Let this candle burn until its wick is spent. Encourage friendship, bring forth memories. Let me walk in his halls without any suspicion. Let me rummage through his belongings invisibly. His journal, he guards his journal fiercely. I must find it. God, I'm bored. Oh my god. When is something gonna happen? What? Being honest, I can't just fucking pretend I like this game. I don't. I just want to see where the fuck this happens. And when it finally, I don't know, finish all chapters, I'm not going back for this game. It's also frustrating. I can't read whatever words there is. It's like there's so many pretentious fucking words that people expect you to fucking pronounce. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm sorry I don't have the same intelligence level as you have. Fucking game. Rosa adjusted her coat as she sat on one of the reserved seats. The theater was packed. The air buzzed with excitement. There you go. The word I'm looking for is pretentious. Pretentious fucking words. There was buzzed with excitement, even though there's no one person here. Okay. She had expected so many people would come tonight. Oh, mother, I wish they would stop staring at me. And why not? This was... what the fuck? MDM? Catherine Paredes' first solo concerto? Oh, madame! Holy fucking shit. Her name had been slowly gathering recognition the past few years. It was feasible to expect a full house. Are you sure it's a full house? Still, the turnout was more than they had expected. Paris had taken Rosa and Catherine by surprise. The sheer number of people and their liveliness were well above the usual size of their small town. Catherine was obviously thrilled with the opportunity to play in such an esteemed venue for her debut. Rosa tried her best to keep her anxiety under control. This was for Catherine. Yeah, for her. This was her night. Rosa took a deep breath and released it slowly. It relaxed her. I hope the show starts soon. Rosa's eye drifted towards the stage and then to the throng of people gathered on her far left. In the middle of the huddle stood a familiar shape of a man. He had his back to her, but the posture and the build were unmistakable. That is Genemia. Her heart made a sudden gleeful jump. She was delighted that she had made it to Catherine's show. He had been traveling extensively recently. What if she walked over and made sure? Genemia would greet her kindly. What? Wait, this is her debut, right? Is this Rosa's debut? Like, what did she even do? Does she play the piano now? Whatever. Gio would greet her kindly. She was sure Catherine would be thrilled to know he was here. Alright, Catherine's dead. Rosa parted for a bit, reminded of a sudden wince of pain. Soon, the Minister of Ceremonies obliged people to take their seats. Oh, I see. So these are like... These memories aren't in order. Oh, great. Fuck, I love that kind of storytelling. Not really. It just makes my head unnecessarily in pain. G turned around and walked towards her. He stopped midway and took a seat without noticing her presence. Rosa seemed deep in thought. What's wrong, sweetheart? Is something bothering you? Nothing, Mother. Don't lie to me. I just didn't expect to see him here, that's all. Oh, I see. It is the same person, isn't it? Does G express upset you? Are you worried about Catherine now that he's here? That filthy man again. I'm sure Catherine will be pleased. Whatever will she think now that her lover is back? What? I bet she would rather spend all her time with him, as usual. My poor darling. Always running after her star. Oh, star. God damn it. I also don't like the font of this. Fuck. I wonder how long until she is tired of you constantly tagging along. You bragged to me that you share everything like sisters. Does that include Guilherme too? Oh, you are making your life so complicated, darling. Why do you even bother yourself with these people? It is obvious she will abandon you. Well, she won't anymore. She will obviously abandon you when they get together. They make such a lovely pair. Rosa Winch's mother's voice as if it were nails grating on a wall. It is only a matter of time, isn't it? What will you do then? Aren't you tired of being the third wheel? It's not like that, Mother. We're friends. Friends? Darling, friendship is nothing but a shallow kind of relationship. People change friends as easily as the weather. You don't even remember the friends you make at a certain age. Yeah, that is true. Friendships do not last. Family is more important. I'm the only one who will care for you forever, darling. A mother's love will endure. This bond can never be broken by time or absence. Family lifts you up. It saves. Of course you feel this way, you see them often, but when you lose touch you're left with nothing but a collection of strangers. And believe me, my dear, they will leave. They always leave. You amuse them now, but soon they will abandon you too. Rosa's tongue felt bitter in her mouth. She was filled with annoyance for her mother. Wasn't happiness as fleeting as friendship? Yet it was not any less real than sadness. Yeah, family was important. These familial bonds kept her from losing herself. It was her rock, her foundation. But were these bonds the only constant value? These friends. These were people who accepted her. They shared laughter and tears, their own regrets and dreams. In her heart, don't forget church. In her heart she had found a home with them. What more was needed? Rosa's continued feelings began to arrange themselves neatly in her mind. Gina and Catherine's happiness was important to her. That was the main thing. She knew they felt the same way for her. Her insecurities were real. Oh my God, it keeps going on and going. But they were insignificant. If anything, they were bittersweet. Holy shit. How long is this gonna get dragged on for for 5 millennia? She had no regrets. For the first time in her life, she wanted to talk back to Mother. She bit her lip, quieting the nerves as she opened her mouth to speak. I know that. What? I know they might abandon me one day for whatever reason. It might be today or next year, or even sooner. But that doesn't matter in the long run. I am happy with them. We've had years together that I will treasure. Like I treasure memories of you too, Mother. My memories of you keep me sustained. That is why I love you. The years we spent together, no matter how fleeting, are still worth something. So let me care for them right now. Everything changes, but nothing is lost. Rosa was sure she had read it somewhere. Rosa waited for Mother to answer with a vicious voice to burst out screaming at her cheekiness. But no voice came. Rosa smiled to herself. The lights dim off. Finally it started. A low hush descended on the pews. Soon Catherine entered, clad in the loveliest gown and an even lovelier smile. She was beautiful. She belonged on the stage. The lights shone on her, but they paled in comparison to her radiance. Catherine bowed to the audience and took a seat in front of the piano. She began to play. Rosa gripped the handle of her seat. She felt surges of emotion with every note. A kind of energy passed through her, touching her skin and making her break into goosebumps. Oh, Catherine. Rosa hadn't known of such an effect before this moment. Music that could so strike the heart as if it was riddling with the soul. It was different from practice, different from when she was performing in front of smaller groups. This was a stage, and here was a woman with strings. She was tugging the right keys, touching your heart, electrifying your soul. Rosa realized she wasn't alone in this feeling. The whole room was mesmerized. She looked at the lady beside her seat. She had her hand to her open mouth. A teardrop dangled precariously on her eye. The man to the left seemed to have forgotten to blink. Rosa beamed and savored a rush of kinship with them. They were experiencing the same emotions with her. It made her love them just a little bit. Rosa closed her eyes and savored the night. Okay, A bead of sweat fell from Catherine's chin. She was out of her body now. Her stress from beginning of the show had thawed and turned into passion. It ran down her fingers to the keys. It did not escape Catherine's notice that most people in the crowd came to the show to gawk at her. Catherine Perde, the one that the infamous Marquise de Gaulle had been courting for years. Didn't he pay for this event? Lucky broad. Catherine Perde, I heard she was some pianist. Any good? Who knows? Must be. Catherine Perde, some female pianist. Pretty face, nice flesh on her. Let us watch her show. Her fingers caressed the keys, playing them with the force of her heart. Did she play to prove them wrong? Her music saturated the theater with her fervor. No, not to prove them wrong. To set it right. Catherine Perde is my name. I am more than just a pretty face, and I am playing this piece for you. This is my gift. Let me touch your soul. Okay. Rosa felt her eye get moist. This was Catherine's heart transcribing to music. All energy and beauty with the strength of the wind, the mischief of a sudden gale, that whips at ladies' skirts and tips gentlemen's hats. The cold breeze that carried the loneliness of the coming winter. Everyone in the audience felt it. Rosa searched for Giraffe's face in the darkness. She couldn't see him clearly, but it didn't matter. She knew what he was feeling. She felt it too. Rosa's heart began to ache. It was a sting she didn't know how to name. After the show, Rosa greeted Catherine in her backstage dressing room. My back. She was smothered in flowers from the audience. Sweat glistened on her forehead. Catherine gave her a tight hug. Congratulations, Kath. You were marvelous on stage. Thank you, Rosie. Catherine covered her cheeks with her hands. I'm still shaking. The excitement from the stage hasn't left. Look at my hands. Oh dear. So I would call this show a success, yeah? Pour the champagne in it. It's pronounced champagne. What the fuck is this word? It is a night to remember. Catherine and Rosa hugged again. Let me just finish up here, Rosa. Then we'll celebrate properly. Two young ravishing ladies sampling the best of what Paris has to offer. I like it. Rosa laughed. Just don't let go of my hand. You might get lost being so starry-eyed. She was teasing but smiling brightly all the same. I would never. Anyway, shall I meet you outside in a few minutes? Very well, I'll see you later. Rosa was thankful to leave the backstage area. She had almost forgotten her anxiety during the show, but the backstage was an ill reminder of the crowd. She looked forward to the night ahead, wondering vaguely why she hadn't mentioned Ginam's presence to Kath. She shrugged it off. It had simply slipped her mind, that was all. Catherine went back to her dressing room, humming as she was about to grab her coat. She wasn't the least bit tired. Visions of the city exploring new sights and gaining experiences made her giddy with excitement. It will end the night on the best note, she was sure. Why is there no fucking music? God, I hate it when games have no fucking music. Holy shit. A small knock interrupted her thoughts. Who's there? Catherine turned around and a cheerful smile froze on her face. The Marquise peeked from the open door and stepped inside. Hello, Kath. A tingling passed through Catherine's neck. Is he a vampire for reals? But then again, he was seen in the morning, in the day, during the party. Although she was aware he had returned, this was the first time she'd seen him in 2 years. Oh. After she rebuked his intentions of wooing her, Catherine shook her head at the memory. They grew up together. It was normal to develop feelings for someone you shared most of your life with, was it not? Yet Catherine had promised herself to not dabble with the Marquise. With all the rumors and the past flings, she knew too much. Too close, too complicated, she had reasoned. The rumors were still alive in some circles, but hadn't G come clean with his romantic escapades? Hadn't he vowed to be faithful since he had made his intentions clear? Who to believe? Perhaps it was possible that... Catherine pushed away the insinuation of that last thought and rearranged her face into a merry smile. She curtsied. My lord Marquise, thank you for coming. The last bit came out too loud in her ears. It felt like her voice was compensating. She suppressed a groan. I hope you found the show satisfactory. My lord Marquise? What happened to Gilly Monster? At once the memories flooded her mind. That used to be her greeting every time she had visited him back then. She was screamed at when she saw him right before she flung her arms around his neck. Catherine didn't know what to do. Suddenly her hands, the hands that had never betrayed her, felt like they belonged to someone else. She cleared her throat and felt a smile harden on her face. Pardon my past lives, sire. I was a bit a precocious child. After all, I must give my due respects to the sponsor of this event. Thank you, by the way. It didn't have to be so extravagant. Wasn't it your dream to play in Paris, Kath? I thought your debut would be the perfect opportunity to fulfill that dream. The Marquise stepped into her quarters and closed the door. Catherine flinched, afraid that the small room would draw them even closer. Just the effect that he wanted, probably, the sly fox. She floundered for a bit and contented herself in fussing with the flowers on the table. She should chase him out. Why wasn't she chasing him out? Damn it, Catherine. I didn't think you'd be attending tonight, sire. Weren't you traveling? Yeah, I was. But I wouldn't miss your concerto for the whole of France. Gina stepped forward. And it seems my investments were well placed. Gina drew closer to Catherine, so near that she could smell the mint in his breath. He appeared to reach out to her face, but changed direction at the last minute. Oh, these flowers are from the Duke. How pretty. He examined the card dangling a hair away from Catherine's ear, trying to look fascinated by the piece of decorative paper. Then he stepped back, grinning like an idiot. A tinge of red colored his cheeks. He really has great taste. Are you kidding me? Like, what is the age gap here? Wherever did you learn that, you dork? If he thought that kind of ploy would make her swoon, then he was dead wrong. In fact, all it made her want to do was wipe that stupid grin off his face with the backside of the vase. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? She gritted her teeth, unable to take the acidic edge off her voice. It wouldn't be so hard. All she had to do was grab the neck of the expensive vase and fling it at his head. She wasn't sure if the vase would break. Maybe not. Maybe she would need to hit him again for the full effect. Catherine, did you hear what I just said? Huh? I said, now that I'm back in town, would you consider playing for me again? It was part of our original arrangement after all. She felt the tendons in her neck tighten. I have a full schedule this week, sire, but I'll let you know when I'm free. Oh. Sire, I must retire for the night. I am exhausted from my performance after all. Excuse me. Catherine turned around and went for the coat, but she felt Gina grab her hand. Wait, They stared at each other for a couple of seconds. Gina looked like he was about to say something, his mouth open and closed as if debating the correct words in his head. But he just dropped Catherine's hand for a moment later. I'm sorry, you're right, you must be tired. His shoulders dropped. Catherine felt a tinge of disappointment, but she ignored it quickly. G let out a sigh. You know, I'm not good at this, Catherine. Good at what? Oh, what do I know? You seem to do just fine. You have an amazing track record. Huh? Catherine folded her arms over her chest with a pout. Oh, that? That is just because of my face. What? Most people think I am very deep and thoughtful when I stare at them like this. I just run with it. Catherine bit her lip to prevent the chuckles from escaping, but the laughter burst out from her. Before she could stop herself, a mischievous smile appeared on her lips. No, actually, it is your inability to make big gestures, Gilly. Huh? Well, look at you. She copied his tight, alert posture. You stand stiff as a board. I guess it fools people into believing you are a graceful, dashing soul. G made a pout. But I am dashing, though. Au contraire, messire. I did have the misfortune of being victim to your dancing. Must you always bring that up? It was a long time ago. He looked so distressed that Catherine couldn't help but tease him further. I mourned the death of my little toe, sire. It was a traumatic experience. Before long, they were laughing like it was the most natural thing in the world. When did it change? Had it always been like this? Is so weird. Catherine settled back into her own skin, mulling the confusion in her veins. It's always the French. Kath. She looked up at him. Her own emotions stung her. You can't keep running away from me. Okay, that's so weird to say. She sighed deeply. Her hands tightened around her resolve for lack of a solid thing to hold on to. Perhaps not, but I have already given you an answer. I am aware. What answer is it? I have tried to accept it. What the answer? Please don't take offense, but I thought it would be easy. I left to clear my head, to fill my mind with other things. Traveling usually does the trick. For a while, at least, I thought I was successful. But even during my trip, I would catch myself thinking such absurd things like, I wonder what Kath will say when she sees that. No, I don't think Catherine will like this too much. Well, Kath used to say... It was funny, but also a little infuriating to know that you have never left my mind. So I wish I knew how to do this. I am. He sighed. I am too used to people leaving me that I do not know how to quit on my own. It must bother you the amount of lovers I had in the past. I am sorry for that. I almost wish I was really that adept. But like I have told you, most are simply rumors. The rest were people realizing that I am not as interesting as they initially thought. Jinemne. They never stay long, Kath. One could say I am amazing with first impressions. There's a nagging feeling that that's all I'm ever good for. A sort of exotic trophy people like to collect for its sake, and then put aside when its novelty expires. I can't blame them. By now I'm quite sure that I am what is wrong. I must be better at letting people go. But you... Please don't make me let go. Oof. You see through me, Kath. In your eyes, I feel like I am somebody worth loving. Oh my god. What is your age gap? I am not a fan of the age gap relationship thingy on media and shows. I'm like, okay. But at least let them be of right age. I hope Kath is over 18. Please. At least. In your eyes, I feel like I'm really worth loving. Why is this guy doing it? It's like... It's so weird. It's like raising your own daughter and suddenly, oof, look at that. I should go date that. What? Come on. Is there any wonder I'd like to continue thinking of you fondly? Old habits die hard, I suppose. Catherine bit her lip. Those are most impressive words, sire, but do you have a point? My point? It's simple, really. I don't think I'll be able to stop my feelings for you. Oh my god. You grew up together. That's so fucking weird. Holy shit. You may reject me as many times as you wish. Yeah, at least this woman knows how to reject. But you raised her, basically. She's basically your fucking daughter, dude. This is so fucking weird. Oh my god. You may reject me as many times as you wish. Help, police. It will not change. Oh my god. I have already come to the conclusion that I don't mind. Oh my god, what the fuck? Until you find somebody else worthy, I will always be here. God damn it, he shrugged. So I propose that you either get used to me chasing you. Oh my god, so fucking weird. What is this age gap thingy? Oh shit. So I propose that you either get used to me chasing you, or you'll give in to my dashing, toe-mashing charms. Catherine chuckled despite herself. Or I could just kill you with the Duke's fashionable vase. Yeah, do it. Please do not give my superior the pleasure. I would rather you rip my heart out of my chest and offer it as a dark sacrifice to the gods. Gory. Very poetic. Dashing points for you. You think so? I've been reading a lot of romance novels lately. What kind of romance novels are you even talking about? I must learn to be more suave to make the lady of my dreams swoon. Oh my god, this is so fucking weird. Is it working? Catherine laughed. Hardly. I believe this is how they do it in the big finale. G cleared his throat and knelt down on one knee. Oh my god, he's so fucking weird! He took Catherine's hands awkwardly, tried to act as natural as he could. I mean, I think this is the whole point of this, that this whole thing is fucked up. I mean, there were signs, there were warnings that, warning, this game is fucked up. Like, okay. Oh, but it was normal during the time. Are you fucking kidding me? Sure, it was normal. Okay, let's say it was normal during the time. I still say it's still fucked up. Don't normalize this shit. At least keep it in fiction, but apparently it's leaking out into the world. Holy fuck. So fucking weird. What is happening to the West, dude? Are we witnessing the fall of society in real time? Holy shit. I have some family that live there. Holy fuck. And they're in Canada as well, which fucking sucks. He took Catherine's hand awkwardly, trying to act as natural as he could. His serious face made Catherine burst out laughing. What in the world are you doing, idiot? Stop laughing, madame. I must try this at least once. I'm simply concerned for an older gentleman and his niece, see? She knows he's fucking old. Will you be able to stand up from that position later, given your obvious grace? Terrible. Dare you call me an old man? I don't look my age, you know. How old are you? Sure. Oh, stop laughing, will you? I'm trying to concentrate. He cleared his throat again. Will Mademoiselle Catherine Paradis allow me an audience tonight? As such, perhaps she might allow me to stay by her side for a while longer. He would make me a very happy man. What about Rosa? It was sappy and ridiculous, and yet hearing the words did stir Catherine's heart. They were giggling like fools now, like children, her heart heavy with love for him. Love? Did she just think love? Of course she did. Oh, fucking weird. She had always loved him. Why was she fighting her feelings again? The reason seemed unclear all of a sudden. Alright, sir, your gallantry has convinced this lady to accept your offer for tonight. She bowed with an exaggerated courtesy. G took her hand theatrically as he stood up. This gentleman is relieved he didn't have to sing. A few rules for tonight. As we are in Paris, you must be on your best behavior. No embarrassing jokes like making friends with the street mimes. Agreed. As such, I must retire by 8. 10. 8. 9:30. 9, take it or leave it. G grumbled, but Catherine just chuckled at his frustration. Fine, 9:15 it is. Sire, I meant 9 sharp. G's face brightened like a little boy's. Oh, I know where we can go. There is a quaint little piazza. Oh, God, I can't pronounce this shit. Just south of here. They have a breathtaking view of the city. They're on a hill, you see. I know the owner personally, so we're already guaranteed the best seats. And they serve the best gratin. Gratin again? I don't know how it's pronounced. If we continue eating that at every given opportunity, there wouldn't be potatoes left in all of France. Catherine sighed. Why must he be so... This better not be a game like all your other flings, sire. I deserve to be treated more than a prize. Catherine watched G's face beam as she talked about the little house on the hill. How when the weather was perfect, the stars would soak the sky, she giggled to herself with fondness. What a dolt. A night in Paris and he would rather eat cheese potatoes. It was just like him to pick the stars instead of the city, wasn't it? It pleased her to know that she adored the side of him that others did not see. But was this the real him? Did she really see through him like he said? Or was this a face that he put on for her sake, like most flirts could? If it was that she had been watching this face since she was a little girl. Yeah, it's fucking weird. From awe to admiration, from friends to lovers. What? They had seen the best and worst of each other through the... What do you mean from friends to lovers? They had something? Oh my god. Yeah, no. I can't take it anymore. I'm gonna stop here. 3. Yeah. This is Cupid. Holy fucking shit. This part is so fucking weird. Like, what is their age gap, man? How old are they? He's a Marquise, right? So I'm assuming he's like 40, 50. She was a little girl when he took her in. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, if you want to try to give for yourselves, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.